What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Dubs Oriented here, and today we have the brand new chapter of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex chapter 12, and we have some spoilers for it, so make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We have a lot to talk about. So the chapter starts off with Boruto telling Konohamaru to watch out for Himawari, and as soon as he says that, Hidari immediately goes for an attack, but Boruto is able to block with his sword, and even follows up with the wind-style jutsu breakthrough, launching Hidari a few distance back. Then Hidari is able to fix his landing and even uses his claw mark to get away. Then Kawaki and Delta show up onto the battlefield where Jiraiya and Himawari were fighting, and he comments on how Boruto is already shifting tides by his presence alone. And Delta is able to pinpoint Jiraiya's exact location, and she gets in touch with the Sensory unit, making sure Himawari and Team 10 are okay. And then the Sensory unit reassures her that they're all okay. Then we see Kawaki cautiously treading Jiraiya, assessing him before he makes any moves. Then we cut back to Boruto, and we see Konohamaru, and he is not at all pleased with Boruto's presence in the village, questioning him on if he is aware of his position. Then Sarada comes to Boruto's defense, stating the obvious about Boruto saving her. Then Boruto quickly commands the Sensory ninja, Nishi, who is with them, to be on the lookout for any claw grimes that could be within the area. But the ninja quickly barks at Boruto for even giving him orders as the supposed criminal. And Sumire lets Boruto know that Hidari is totally targeting Sarada, and Sarada elaborates, saying that Hidari wants to devour her. And she quickly connects this with Sasuke becoming a tree, and Konohamaru also makes this connection to Moegi becoming a tree as well. Then Boruto says that Hidari was created from Sasuke's chakra he siphoned off from the tree he is in, and that they should not focus on that too much in order to take this dude down. But Konohamaru is not having it at all, telling Boruto how he knows all about these current events that are taking place. Then Boruto continues to urge Konohamaru to focus on the fight because they'll die if they don't, or he'll die. Then the Sensory ninja is able to track down the claw grimes, and as soon as he says this, a bunch of claw grimes emerge, and that could only mean one thing. Then Boruto immediately tells Sarada to focus on Hidari, and then we see Boruto throwing down, showcasing more of his sword-wielding abilities, being able to slash through them one by one. Then we see Sarada go in for a kick to one of the claw grimes, but her leg gets stuck, and we actually see Hidari emerge from the claw grime and tries to use wood style to trap Sarada, but Boruto once again assists Sarada by throwing shuriken at the claw grime as a medium for him to use his flying Raijin. And Boruto uses Rasengan to blast through Hidari, but then he gets away again. Then we cut to Hidari returning to his hideout, and he is regenerating, and it seems like the trees that are surrounding the base is able to heal Hidari's wounds, which is very interesting. Then we come back and he has the entire battlefield covered in claw marks. Then Sarada tells Boruto to fly into the air and use a massive Rasengan, but Boruto tells her that he can't and that he would use his new jutsu Ushihiko to end Hidari with one blow, and explains what the jutsu is, which is an advanced form of Rasengan that utilizes the Earth's rotation and includes him drawing out the power of the centrifugal force, and Sarada questions Boruto on if he can actually pull it off. But Boruto reassures her, saying that as long as he uses it with full power, then it should work, calling its power limitless. Then Boruto asks Sarada to buy him some time so that he can draw out the full chakra of the earth through his feet in order to use the jutsu. But Hidari actually tries to launch a Chidori from below, but Konohamaru is on the move and uses his brand new Rasengan barrier to cancel out the attack. Then Boruto wonders where Himawari is, due to him telling Konohamaru to watch her. But Konohamaru says he decides who he wants to watch. Then Hidari comes out of nowhere, encasing Sarada with his tree arm, and is actually dragging her to the claw mark. And Sarada once again proves why she will become Hokage, because she uses a new Chidori jutsu that is able to spread across her body, dispelling Hidari's grasp on Sarada. Then follows up by grabbing Hidari and then Boruto's location, where Boruto will be able to use Ushihiko on Hidari, and he does, completely eradicating his body, but of course he tries to get away using his claw mark, but Kawaki is able to shrink it using Sukuna Hikona. Then Boruto is shocked as Kawaki actually blasts Hidari, seemingly finishing him off, but an artifact sprouts out of nowhere. But Boruto quickly grabs this artifact and shows Kashin Koji through the toad and asks if it's the right one. And Koji confirms that it is. And that's what he saw, which was the soul thorn, which is really interesting because we've never really been introduced to this artifact. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting seeing Kashin Koji confirming what this artifact could be. But then out of nowhere, we see Kaoki. He actually grabs Boruto, asking him what this artifact could be. But then Boruto tells him that it's actually an artifact that will be used to save Sasuke. But before Boruto can even do anything, he is sniped by Jiraiya from long range. Naruto tries to secure that same artifact Boruto had, recalling that it is going to be used to save Sasuke. But then before she can even retain it, she is also sniped by Jiraiya through the arm. Then we see the artifact quickly fly away to Jiraiya, stating that Boruto also knows about the soul thorn, and that he has now deemed Boruto a threat and that he will kill him instead of consuming him. And that's how the chapter ends. Oh my goodness, y'all. This chapter was absolutely insane. We have a lot to talk about. Of course, we're going to wait for the full chapter release to come out, but oh my goodness gracious, this chapter was fire. This chapter was fire. So let's just start off with this boy Boruto just coming in cool as ever. This dude is actually demanding. He's like commanding people already, dominating showing his force and showing his presence, because this dude is already commanding people left and right, like Konohamaru to watch his sister and the sensory ninja to basically be on the lookout. But of course, they're not going to easily be swayed to him, and they're not going to easily follow his orders because one, he's still a criminal in their eyes, and two, they're just not going to take any orders from a criminal or an outsider. So of course they're going to be hesitant at first. And then we see the boy Boruto just showcasing why he's not to be messed with, because he's able to literally like kind of tussle with freaking Hidari. He's given Hidari a lot of trouble using a bunch of stuff. Like he's able to blast him away using Orochimaru's wind style jutsu, which is really interesting because a lot of people thought it could be Gale Palm, but now it's been confirmed it's actually Orochimaru's and Mitsuki's breakthrough wind style jutsu, which is absolutely insane. Showcasing that, kind of like showing that Orochimaru had something to do with Boruto's training in the past. So we just gotta wait and see more information and more of the chapter to come out. But yeah, it's just set in stone at this point that Orochimaru trained Boruto. And then we get to see Sarada in action a lot more, and she's actually doing really well. Even though she was saved a couple of times by Boruto, she is still able to hold her own against Hidari, even being able to like throw him and like basically hold her own. Like she's even able to use a new Chidori jutsu that's able to like encase her whole body with lightning to basically like get rid of Hidari and stuff like that. So Sarada is really showing out. She's really showing out right now. I'm just wondering when she's going to use her MS, but at the end of the day, we have to let the story cook because she can't just use it right away because Boruto is in base, so we don't expect them to use anything crazy. And if Sarada is supposed to be even near his power, she shouldn't be using her craziest abilities and powers yet, right? So we're going to have to wait and see in the future before we can even like really see her abilities. And then, yeah, the boy Kawaki, seems like this dude is still adamant on like killing Boruto, but at the end of the day, they have a bigger enemy in their hands, so he's not really paying attention to him right now, and he just swoops in and just kills Hidari, which is kind of cheap in my opinion because he didn't really do nothing, and he just comes out of nowhere and just basically takes the credit, takes the kill, steal the kill, which is absolutely insane because you didn't do shit, so why are you pulling up as if you did? But we know Kawaki, he's obviously gonna do anything that will kind of ruin Boruto's spotlight. But at the end of the day, he's also trying to destroy these guys too. So he's going to obviously do this because we've seen in the past that he will kind of land the finishing blow like he did against Ishiki, like he did against Ishiki. So it does make sense. And it is in character of Kawaki to kind of end things in a rather underhanded way just to get to his goal. And we see that this boy freaking Kaoki, he's also like is really suspicious on who Boruto could be communicating with, as he was like sharing the artifact with the toad. So he was kind of it was kind of up in the air who Kaoki thinks Boruto would be communicating with. Because I would have expected him to see the toad or spot the toad that Boruto was like communicating with, and he would have easily put two and two together and realized, oh shoot, that's Kashin Koji. You know what I'm saying? But he probably didn't even see him at the end of the day. And can we just talk about this dude Boruto getting sniped? Like that's got to be one of the biggest things that happened in this chapter. This dude literally got sniped from long range, mind you, which is absolutely insane. This dude Jura continues to prove time and time again why he's not to be fucked with. Because, bruh, out of like he's like what he's like 40 feet away from the battlefield that they're in, and he's able to just snipe him out of nowhere. Like, dude, come on. Like, tell me that's not insane, bruh. Tell me that's not crazy. Dude is able to snipe him from like left field. Like, and it seems Boruto is chilling for the most part because he didn't hit any vitals. But Boruto looks hurt. Like he looks like he's in pain. But Boruto, obviously, he could probably regenerate due to like Momoshiki. So I'm not too worried about that. But what I am worried about is if Boruto relies more on like his karma abilities through like regeneration and stuff like that, that would mean that Momoshiki would have more control over Boruto's body, and he would and the chances of him taking over Boruto's body will become like likely more like likely and higher because since Boruto is now utilizing karma, he would automatically have to utilize karma to heal his body. I'm just assuming this is just my headcanon, but if he would utilize more of his karma powers, wouldn't it also give Momoshiki more access to his body? So yeah, so I'm kind of worried on that end because we know that if he loses his chakra, if he shows any signs of losing his chakra, then of course he is at risk of Momoshiki possessing his body, and we know that if when Momoshiki just comes on the scene, it's just not a good look. So yeah, I'm worried for my boy Boruto in that regard, and it seems like Hidari is actually dead, which is wild because this dude Hidari, I just didn't expect him to go out like this. Hopefully, there's an explanation for this because, bruh, he just got. I'm not gonna say he got off. He didn't get off screen, obviously, because you saw what happened. But it's kind of like a. I don't want to say cheap way to go out, but we just expected more from Hidari being like the literal representation of Sasuke. So we just expected him to have more of a role in this story. So I'm hoping that he's not gone or not done yet. And yeah, we just gotta wait and see. And there is also a new artifact or a new kind of plot in the story because now we have these things called soul thorns, which Kashin Koji apparently knows about, and also what Jura and the Shinju clones already know about, which is weird. And I'm wondering what this item could be tied to. Obviously, it's going to be tied to the Ten Tails and the Shinju clones, but what does it do in this sense? Because why would we be looking for it? And why would it be connected to saving Sasuke? Could it be some sort of antidote to like the tree petrification going on? Could it be some sort of antidote that could be used to like break the seals and reverse the damage that was done? We just gotta wait and see. But it's cool that we're getting like a new concept in this story, basically. It's the soul thorn. What could it be? And yeah, man, we just have to wait and see for the full manga chapter to release. And yeah, that's the end of the video. What did you guys think of the chapter? Make sure you guys please comment down your comments on in the comment section below. What did you guys think about the chapter? What did you guys think about the video? Do you think Boruto is dead? Do you think Hidari is dead? And what are your other like opinions or like predictions? Please guys, comment that stuff down below in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.